my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. In this video, I'm excited to be sharing my sewing plans for summer. I have a fresh new pile of fabrics behind me that I'm so excited to show you, and like always, I have a little saved folder on my Instagram full of inspiring pictures of some of the things I hope to make for my wardrobe this season. The first fabric I have to show you is this stunning bedsheet that I picked up secondhand from an op shop, which is what we call thrift stores here in Australia. And this bedsheet has the most dreamy, peachy rose print all over it. And what I have planned to make from this fabric is a patchwork dress. Basically, I have seen these patchwork dresses all over Instagram recently. As a rule, I'm not a huge fan of the look of patchwork, but more and more I'm seeing versions of it that I really like. And kind of what started my obsession is this dress here. This dress is worn by Sarah Waist and it's by a brand called Mulby the Label. I just love how they've used two different contrasting fabrics. This one is made from two different ginghams to create a really unique style of dress. I've also recently seen this beautiful dress worn by Charlotte Jacqueline, and again I just love how the dress is made up of different contrasting fabrics. So that's kind of what I mean when I say patchwork dress. I'm not meaning like a heap of square patches sewn together into a dress. What I have in mind is taking two contrasting fabrics and kind of stitching them together to create a really beautiful dress. And I'm definitely drawing inspiration from these two dresses for sure. I actually think this beautiful rose print fabric with a really simple gingham fabric like this could work really nicely together. So yeah, I basically planned to make a patchwork dress out of these two fabrics, and I have a definite vision in mind of how it's going to look, and it's definitely going to be different to the dresses I've shown you, but I'm really excited about it and I can't wait to share the DIY for it as well. The next fabric I have to share is this beautiful crinkled gingham in the most stunning paprika shade. I purchased this fabric from Spotlight recently and I actually shared the whole fabric shopping process in a video, so I'll link that below if you're interested. And Spotlight basically have this beautiful gingham fabric at the moment in so many amazing shades. It was so hard to choose between them and I actually ended up picking up two, this beautiful shade and also just a classic black and white gingham as well. And what I plan to make from this dress is this McCall's pattern here. It's McCall's 7974. I actually made this pattern a good 2 years ago now, I reckon, and I made it a little bit too big and yeah, I struggle to fit into it now. So I'm excited to have a go at making this again and make it actually fit me better. And I just think the combination of these two is going to make the dream picnic dress. I've seen a lot of other sewers make picnic dresses recently. There's this one here by Kaleidoscope Katie. She actually used my tie-up sleeve shirred dress tutorial to make this dress and I just think it looks incredible and I just love the picnic vibes of it so much that I decided I want to make a picnic dress of my own. Here's another kind of inspiration picture. See, I just think there's something about the red and white gingham that just is ultimate picnic vibes, I think, and I'm excited to have a go at making something like that for my own wardrobe. This next fabric I actually have shared already on my channel and I've already made a dress from it as well. You can maybe just see it here. Basically, I was sent this 90s floral fabric from a lovely viewer named Karen from Sweden. She sent me a whole lot of it. Like, I've already made a dress from it and I still have so many meters left. And it is the most adorable, tiny micro floral fabric. And from this fabric, I plan to make my next sewing patterns instruction video out of. So I'm currently working on my next sewing pattern. I'm going to pop up some pictures of what it looks like on the screen now for you to have a look. I'm so excited about it. It's a fully button-up dress, which a lot of you have been asking for, and I'm just so proud of this pattern. And I just think this fabric is going to be so lovely to make that dress out of, and also really lovely for the instruction video as well. Every single pattern I make has the instructions in video format as well as the written format, and I always try to use really special fabrics for those videos, hence why I want to use this fabric. So the pattern is going to have 3 dresses in the one pattern, so You'll have 2 sleeve options and also a sleeveless version as well. So I also am planning to make one of the versions out of this beautiful pistachio green textured cotton. This is one I also picked up from Spotlight, and it is such a unusual fabric. The texture of it's really lovely. It's kind of got a crinkleness to it, but also like an embroidered feature throughout it as well. And it also has a slight bit of stretch to it too, like very slight, but enough to make me think it's going to be a really comfortable fabric for summer. These 2 fabrics together look so beautiful, and I'm really excited to make my new pattern out of both of these. I just think it's going to suit the style of dress so much. Next up, I have another beautiful textured cotton fabric. I think this is definitely my favorite fabric find from the last couple of months. It's this lovely brown shade, which I'm completely in love with. And it also has this really beautiful stitching throughout it, which gives it such a lovely texture and just adds a little bit of interest to the fabric as well. But what I think I plan to make from this fabric is the long version of this Butterick 6950 pattern. I recently shared the making process of the mini version, which turned out so good, like better than I ever thought it could. And now I'm really excited to have a go at the longer version. And I just think out of this amazing fabric, it could be such a beautiful statement piece for summer. I also saw this beautiful dress here, which has some similar features to this Butterick pattern. It's got the curved waist like this pattern, and also the skirt kind of looks like it will have a similar look to it, I guess. But this one has a higher neckline, and even though I absolutely love the scoop neck of this pattern, and yeah, go check out that video if you want to see what it looks like, because I was very unsure about the scoop neck, but once I made it, it was just so much better than I thought it would be. And even though I do love that scoop neckline, I think I might make this one a higher neck to make it a bit more similar to this style of dress. I just think all of the different features of this dress work so nicely together, and I think it will be quite easy to pattern hack this Butterick pattern to make a dress like this. Here's a little look at Jasmine Dowling wearing it as well. It's just, yeah, such a unusual dress, but also quite simple as well. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun to make. And the last fabric I have to share with you is this stunning gingham linen fabric. By now you know I'm in love with gingham, and I've made many gingham items for my wardrobe, but I have never come across a gingham with such a large check before. I saw this one in Spotlight as well, and as soon as I saw it, I added it to my basket because it is just so beautiful, and it feels like a really good quality fabric as well. Because the gingham is so large, I plan to make something quite simple out of this fabric. Something like this amazing dress here. This dress has a really unusual asymmetrical waist, which I just think is amazing, and I think it will be really fun to try and make something like that. Obviously this dress is also made from a really large gingham, so it's great to see what this kind of fabric will look like in this style of dress. I love the maxi length for summer as well. I just think it will be such an easy dress to wear over the warmer months, and also will look great with like a chunky cardigan as well. I just think it's going to be such a good addition to my wardrobe. I'm hoping to maybe have a go at pattern hacking my Rosa or Hazel dress to make that dress. So definitely stay tuned for that, because I'll be sure to share the tutorial when I do get around to making it. Something else I'm really excited to have a go at making this summer is a really lovely quilt. I've been really inspired to get into quilting after following, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce this one, so I'll put it on the screen so you can see, but basically they make patchwork quilts and other amazing homewares, and they're just so beautiful. Like I said before, I'm not usually a huge fan of the look of a patchwork quilt, and this is kind of the first time I've ever seen some that I genuinely love. I love the idea of quilting. I love that you can be really creative with the color combinations, and I can imagine it being such a therapeutic project because it's kind of repetitive, but in a good way. And after seeing some of these beautiful quilts, I'm just so keen to have a go at making one as a fun summer project. I actually discovered this brand through Kate Spears after she posted about her quilt purchase. She went with this amazing diamond quilt, which I just think looks incredible. I also love how the quilts have a really lovely puffiness to them as well. That's something I definitely want to try and implement in my quilt maybe. But yeah, overall, I'm just excited to have a fun summer project. And I did ask over on Instagram whether you would like to see some of my quilt making journey. Obviously, it's quite a different genre than making clothes, so I'm not sure if you would be interested in seeing how it goes. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a little bit of my quilt making journey, and if you do, then I will film a bit of it as well so you can kind of see the process. So yeah, that is everything I have planned to make for my wardrobe during summer. Let me know in the comments below what you plan to make for your wardrobe this season, whether you're going into winter or summer. It's so interesting that most of the world is going into winter right now while I'm heading into summer, but I'd still love to know what you plan to make for your wardrobe. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see the tutorials for all the projects I've mentioned in this video. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching.